Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Friday, November 18th, 2016. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Republic of China Taiwan, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, hosted a pitaya fertilizing and compost management workshop on Thursday, November 17th at Case Bay. Acting Director of Agriculture Randy Elliott noted the department was pleased to be a part of the workshop and said he is hopeful there will be more pitaya or dragon fruit production on the island.
There's actually a demand for pitaya on the island. There's a demand from the hotels, supermarkets, the smoothie industry. There's actually a demand. Pitaya, you may just look at it as a fruit, but it is a fruit of high nutrient content, very rich in vitamin B, very rich in vitamin C. So I do hope that during this time, we take the opportunity to learn as much as we can learn. And we do hope that from this training, our production here on the island of Nevis would increase.
Republic of China Taiwan's resident ambassador to St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency George Gawi Chow, spoke about the life of the pitaya plant.
We hope that here we are not only distribute the free plant, we also will teach you how to have your own new plant over the pitaya. It's very easy. It's very easy. The only thing that you need to know is the pitaya. Once you have the new plant, you need to maybe wait for about 18 months to 24 months. After that, under the proper maintenance, the pitaya can survive for 15 to 20 years. Every year, they can have about 3 to 5 fruits on one single leaf. So that means the production is very, very good. And we hope in near future we can see the pitaya in the markets of the Nevis, and also in the five-star hotels.
Project specialist Mario Andy and project manager Shi Long Chen demonstrated how farmers can plant the pitaya tree to achieve maximum production. Chairperson of the ceremony was Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn. Members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association are celebrating Law Week by facilitating a number of activities with the aim of bridging the gap by spending time with the island's youth as well as its elderly. On Thursday, November 17th, the attorneys visited the Flamboyant nursing home.
This event has formed part of our calendar for the past few years, and we saw it fit to continue to make our contribution to the home. This year, as you would note, our contribution is a bit bigger, and we aim to give more and more to the home on an annual basis. We trust that the items that we have delivered today would be used to the benefit of all the residents here for their ease and comfort. This year, we have donated dry goods, canned goods, toiletries in particular, as stuff that we know that the residents are in need of to better help with their care here at the facility.
I would like to say a hearty thank you to you, the Bar Association, for choosing us, Flamboyant Nursing Home, to give us this kind gesture. I thank you again, and I can assure you that we'll make good use of what you have delivered.
A similar visit and a donation were made to the Cardin home on St. Kitts.
Usually, the Bar Association would use funds and purchase gifts for the home. But what we did this year was give donations from our members. So it was something that came from the heart. Our members went out and bought the gifts and brought them together, and we presented them to the two homes.
Meantime, while the activities for Law Week are taking place on both islands, here in Nevis, the attorneys worshipped at the Shiloh Baptist Church on Sunday. Today, the members of the Bar Association were slated to visit the Nevis Sixth Form College.
So we tend to visit the schools every year. And it is just really an exchange where we are able to explain to the students what it really is like in practice to be a lawyer. You know, oftentimes persons want to know, what do I have to do? How long do I have to study? Is it hard? You know, and just those give the students the opportunity to have that one-on-one, because we know lawyers, we tend to be extremely busy and extremely wrapped up in whatever we're doing at the time. And a lot of the students perhaps do not have the opportunity to interface one-on-one with a lawyer, to ask the questions that they want to ask, and to also, give some career guidance. If they're thinking of becoming lawyers, we can guide them along and help.
A second activity is planned for students on the island.
We're also having a mock trial in Nevis that had to be postponed for a bit. Hopefully we'll have it come on in about 2 weeks or so, because the students wanted a little extra time to prepare. While we've been doing the moot in St. Kitts for several years, this is the first time in recent times we're attempting to do a moot with the students in Nevis. So it's new for them, and while we've been preparing them all along, we want to give them a little extra time to prepare the case. So we will notify the public and members of the bar what the new date is for the mock trial in Nevis, but it promises to be an amazing experience. The students have been working really hard, and their coaches are working even harder with them, and I understand that it is very competitive and everyone wants their client to either win and get off the charges, or they want to prosecute successfully and put someone in jail. So the students will have a real experience in their gowns and their robes and their collars like real lawyers, and have that experience of a mock trial.
The Bar Association's panel discussion on sentencing aired on ZIZ last evening. The activities for Law Week will culminate with an all-inclusive party at the Carambola Beach Club in St. Kitts tomorrow, Saturday, November 19th. Still to come.
During the course of this weekend, they will be in the communities giving the surveys and working with the young people, talking to them to see what they want.
We'll give you the details after this break.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Fine Art Fusion School of Dance presents a holiday tribute dance experience.
Get into the Christmas spirit and experience our holiday tribute as we highlight the king, queen, and prince of music. You asked for an encore, a timeless journey, so we have something just for you. With a teaser, of course, a sneak peek of extreme words.
Adult tickets $20 and children tickets $10. Sold at the Von Art Studio Main Road, Stony Grove. Held at midnight. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Show begins at 6 p.m. on Saturday, November 26th.
See you there!
Welcome back. The Federal Youth Policy Steering Committee has embarked on producing a policy which can be used as a guide for all ministries of government to follow in creating their agenda for youth development and catering to the young people of St. Kitts and Nevis. In this regard, the Federal Youth Policy Steering Committee is soliciting the assistance and cooperation of the public. Fedisa Leiber tells us more.
The Department of Youth and Sports here on Nevis will be conducting a survey on behalf of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO and the Commonwealth as part of the Federal Youth Policy, which was officially launched on St. Kitts on October 11th. Several stages have taken place since the launch, which include the launch of the banner and jingle. The third stage in the process is the Youth Policy Validation. The first part of that validation exercise is to distribute 75 surveys to young persons in the various communities here on Nevis. Director of Youth Zanella Claxton outlines the purpose of the survey.
So this weekend, we will have many enumerators. They've been trained. They were trained by the consultant who's here from Commonwealth to distribute those surveys. So we had the training yesterday, and during the course of this weekend, they will be in the communities giving the surveys and working with the young people, talking to them to see what they want. The surveys, the distribution was done based on the 2011 census. So the Department of Statistics in St. Kitts would have outlined and given the information to us as to how many young people from each community we need within various age ranges. I think they did a 2-3 year range, so it would have been 15 through 18, then 19. And so they have their ranges, they have the numbers, they have the streets. They did everything for us. And so what we're doing this weekend is to distribute, to talk to the young people.
Claxton is making a plea to persons to cooperate with the enumerators.
So I'm appealing to all of the entire general public, all of those persons between the ages of 15 and 29. If the enumerators come out and they seek your assistance or they're asking you questions in relation to this youth survey, please be cooperative. Work with them. Give them the best answers. Don't try to brush them off. Give them your best answers because we want to give you the best product. You will see them with they will present their ID and they will explain the process and what they're doing. So please be cooperative and we look forward to hearing your voice.
The enumerators can be identified by the identification card displaying the logo of the Department of Youth and Sports. The federal youth policy is designed to be the central planning tool for youth interventions throughout St. Kitts and Nevis. It is intended to serve as an overarching policy guide to mainstreaming youth development in every ministry of government over the next 5 years. I'm Felicia Liebert reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Felicia. A growing number of tourists from the United Kingdom, the United States, and around the Caribbean continue to visit the island every year to participate in events such as the Nevis Triathlon. The 15th Nevis Triathlon took place over the weekend, receiving participation from a record 40 overseas athletes who competed in the Nevis 73, Nevis 37, and the Try-a-Try races. The winner of the Nevis 73 was Rod Arkell of the United Kingdom.
How's it been for the two of you? Have you had a good time here on Nevis?
Yeah, it's been amazing. We're staying at the Four Seasons. We were recommended actually by Jane Hanson. We invited to come here. It's been the best honeymoon ever before today. And then Kit's gone and done her first triathlon and won. And yeah, for me to win today is just the icing on the cake, really.
The winner of the Nevis 37 distant triathlon was James Weeks of Nevis.
It was a good memory. I'm back after about maybe 7 years after out of the sport. I decided I'm going to see if I still have it. Apparently look like I still have something.
The first woman to finish was Jane Hanson of the United Kingdom.
What's the highlight of this race for you, do you think, in Nevis?
I love the bike life because I'm riding around the island alone. I mean, often when I come here, and I come here maybe about 4 times a year because I look after the PR for Nevis, so it's my job to raise awareness of the island back in the UK, so I'm here a lot. But often I'll get up in the morning and ride around a couple of times, sometimes even 3 or 4 times before breakfast. So I like the bike life. I think the island's beautiful, so I think it must be the bike for me.
The oldest participant to complete the triathlon was 82-year-old Dr. Gordon, while the youngest was 7-year-old Black Bolther. Meantime, athlete adventurer Ross Edgley was also able to complete the event carrying his 100-pound tree.
That was harder than I thought, yeah. Didn't think that one through. I was regretting having the big pizza yesterday as well. I think that's why I got a puncture. I think that 12-inch pizza was too much. But no, that was amazing. I was just saying to James, like, all jokes aside, triathlons are not individual sports. Like, on every single corner, everyone was cheering me on, asking if I needed water, shelter, like, food. Even when I got a puncture, there was about, 10 cars stopping. Everyone on Nevis was just like, "You okay?" And it was genuinely just like a beautiful island, not just the scenery, but the people as well. Like, it was amazing. That's the best way to see the island, with a tree on your back.
Ross Edgley did the triathlon with a tree on his back to bring awareness to and support Nevis's green energy thrust. The Nevis Tourism Authority continues to support the Nevis Triathlon as a vehicle to promote the island. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keyes. Good night.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.